Hey, what you see on these signs? What stand out to you?
Everything.
Everything. See that? Hey, I'll let you pick where you want to start.
Come.
We can talk about everything. And we got stuff on the other sides of these too.
Come.
12 tribes. Man,
Say you want to start with that. See that?
See that? Yesterday we had a cigar packet that it shows that it has toxic chemicals in it. So these things we actually leaning on is killing us. Even the same thing when it comes to the Malaflying Passer, that's talking about the medicine, you know, that we get from these doctors.
Right.
Well, what does that medicine do? It end up getting hooked on drugs. They got a show on Netflix. I think it's called Addicted, I think was the name of it. But it's talking about how these people got hooked on oxy. And that's what the doctors was doing was, oh, you come in, you got a headache, you got constant headaches, just migraine, you always wake up with a headache. Here, take this, and we gonna start you in a small dosage. Oh, it still ain't working? Let me give you another dosage to amp it up. Now it turned from 10 milligrams, now it's 50, now it's 60, now it's 120 milligrams, and now you hooked on it. You can't live without it. Read that again.
Don, Wisdom of Solomon 16 and 12. It was neither herb nor mollifying plaster that restored them to health.
So these things are going to actually restore you to health. That's what it's going to tell you, is that the medicine is going to heal you, but it's not actually going to heal you. What it's going to do is just put a Band-Aid over an open wound. You're completely gushing out. There's blood all over the floor everywhere.
Right.
But you can't put a Band-Aid on that. You can't use medicine when you're down bad. You actually need to be healed. Medicine isn't going to heal you. It just may take the edge off, make you feel a little decent, but it's still hurting you at the end of the day. Read that.
But thy word, O Lord, which
What's that what?
But thy word, O Lord, which healeth all things.
I say, and the word is the only thing that's going to heal you, because the word is going to heal you through 2 Timothy 3 and 16.
Step back.
He fine.
I just trying to 2 Timothy
3 and 16.
The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3 and verse 16. All scripture is given by inspiration of God.
By what?
By inspiration of God.
So all the scriptures is an inspiration of the Most High God. Like this book, yeah, it was written by man, but these men were moved by the Holy Spirit.
Right.
This is, Psalm 68 and 11 tell you that this was written by man. But these men were moved by the Spirit of God. They didn't just wake up and it's like a R.L. Stein book where you just come up with whatever is on your mind, whatever you've been thinking, and you just, make this motion picture come to life. This is not a fairy tale story. This is the words of the Lord, because this book deals with prophecy. Finish that.
God. And is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness.
So this book is set up for essentially a way of life. We like to say that Bible stands for basic instructions before living eternally. It's a book that tells you how to basically live so you can be prepared for the next life. Because a lot of people think that just when you die, when you give up the ghost, that's the end all be all. But the kingdom of heaven is going to be for us. The kingdom of heaven is finally we going to be in rulership. You've been around for a while. I know you didn't see some things on this earth, man. My mom did tell me about stories when she grew up right off of Jefferson on the south side. And they actually used to get chased home by dogs. They had the water hose poured on them, just for being outside playing. Get caught without the street lights on, man. All hell break loose. Even to this day, we still got sundown towns over in Illinois. Yeah, it's towns over there where, hey, you get caught outside when right now, it's getting dark outside. You get caught out there, hey, you get jammed up. Said that this book is the only thing that's going to correct us. It's going to teach you doctrine, so you can actually stay away from all these man-made religions like Christianity, Lutherans, Baptists, Jehovah's Witness, Christianity, Islam. all these things that people try to turn to as, again, another coping mechanism, just like we was talking about with the alcohol.
Right.
These are all things that's try to...
Thank you.
Let me give you one more verse real quick, Elder. One more. Give me Proverbs 20 and verse 1.
No. The book of Proverbs, chapter 20 and verse number 1. Wine is a mocker.
What did the Lord say?
Wine is a mocker.
So yeah, that wine may be good to you, but all things that's good to you ain't good for you, you know? Bring that up.
Strong drink is raging.
Say what?
Strong drink is raging.
And that's what happened. Most of our people, they get that do-it fluid in their system, man, and kind of start bucking up. Like the Jake like to say, get their nuts up, man.
Courage.
Yeah, hey, like you said, liquid courage. Make you do things that's kind of out of your element. That ain't you, man. That ain't the way you normally are. Say, but it either make our people emotional, where next thing you know, you just hugging on everybody, talking about I love you. Hey, I used to hang out with somebody who's like, every time you drink, you want to try to lick your face, all kinds of weird stuff, man. Yeah, but yeah, we see that all the time. We be already talking to brothers, they can't help but just come on, dapping us up and shake hands all day long. Or you get the opposite side and you just want to fight. You get outraged for no reason. I'm ready. Someone say, can you take this flyer with you, Elder? We out here every Friday night. We come out pretty late on Friday nights, but Saturday we always out here about 5 o'clock, Elder. All praise to the Most High. You're an Israelite, Elder. Gotta repent, keep the commandments in these last days.
Right.
All praise to the Most High, man. Kicked it off on the mighty tip, man. Hallelujah, Yahweh Ba'Shem Mashiach Yahweh Shai, man.
Always get the elders, man.
Yeah, always. All praise to the Most High. We need our elders, man. We need our elders so we can kind of learn some history, man. Because you leave it to the school system. Hey, they didn't took slavery out of this thing, man. Hey, man, you came to the right place, man. You see yourself on the sign, brother?
Come here, brother.
Come on, bro. Give me 5 minutes.
Snatch you up. Come here, brother.
See that? Hey, man. That's why we need the elders right there. Because if we had the older men training up the children in the way they should go, man, we ain't got to worry about brothers running down the street, man.
Right.
We ain't got to worry about telling brothers that they need to eschew evil, man, to stay out of trouble. Had the brother walking up the street, man, he's walking quick. We like, hey, man, you got to stay out of trouble. Brother kind of, you know, he kind of got defensive. But we trying to tell him, hey, man, though we may be rude in speech, kind of come on strong, we doing these things so we keep you out of prison, man.
Right.
Keep you away from these curses, man. Give me Ezekiel chapter 2. Come on, brother, give us a couple minutes, all right?
Give me a fly.
Come here, brother.
Here, brother.
Can you answer one question right quick before you leave? What would be your nationality? What would you call yourself? You filling out an application or something? What would you put on there? No, I'm saying like what race would you consider yourself? All right. So where did the term African American come from, and how long you think it's been around on the earth? Man, it's a good question. I'll tell you what, man. The term African American came out in the 80s.
Right.
I got a brother that's 4 years older than me. So if I was African American, my brother wouldn't even be the same thing as me. But yet we the same people, come from the same lineage.
Right.
Say that African American is a term that's been put on us by our oppressors. Give me Psalms 49:11. I ain't gonna hold you too long, brother. Just give me 1 second. I'm trying to just make this quick for you.
This book of Psalms, chapter 49 and verse number 11.
Because we've been kind of duped, man. We've been tricked in life to believe that we are somebody other than what the Lord called us to be. You would agree that there's a higher power of this world, right? Say, yeah, and our steps are ordered by the Lord. Bring this out.
Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
So the inward thought of all the other nations is that their lineage is going to go on forever.
Right.
That's why they set up governments, they set up democracies, and all these things to control the people. Go ahead.
And their dwelling places to all generations.
Uh-huh.
They call their lands after their own name.
They do what?
They call their lands after their own name.
What's Africa?
They call their lands after their own name.
What's America?
They call their lands after their own names.
Africa was named by a Roman general that won some battles and called it Africa.
Right.
After his name, Leo Scipio Africanus. America was named after an Italian map maker. He's just a guy that just drew out land masses and then just decided to name lands after himself. Because we in the United States of America, there's a Central America, there's South America. I was like, he made up these lands after his own names. And who built these lands up? Was it the so-called white man? They built the lands up. Yeah, they ain't made nothing. Hey, without us, man, it wouldn't even be, the street wouldn't be lit up if it wasn't for us, man.
Right.
It wouldn't be a computer. You use social media. You know social media is ran by an algorithm. So based off what you look at, it'll be the next thing to pop up. Yeah, the algorithm was made by who? By
Right.
African Americans.
Right.
Mighty brother from the tribe of Judah, man.
Right.
He's an Israelite.
Right.
And that's what we're here to tell you is the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we would be God's chosen people. We'd be those Israelites. So we need to come back to the Lord. You know how we ended up in these conditions? They give me 3 holy children, verse 6. Bring it out.
Bring it out, bring it out.
Jeremiah 17, verse 9. No, actually give me Psalms 44 and 14.
Bring it out, bring it out, bring it out.
The book of the Songs of the 3 Holy Children, 1 and verse number 6. And it reads, for we have sinned.
For what?
For we have sinned.
You know what sin is? What's sin? What do you think sin is? Give me 1 John.
It's the book of 1 John, chapter 3, and verse number 4.
Bring it out, bring it out.
Chapter 3 and verse 4. Whosoever committed sin transgressing also the law.
What is sin?
For sin is transgression of the law.
Saying sin is transgressing the law. So the Lord set up laws, statutes, and commandments for us. The same way that these heathens have set up laws. They tell you not to jaywalk. They tell you not to run a stop sign, not to run a stoplight.
Right.
They tell you when to pay your taxes.
Right.
And these are laws that are set up by the heathens.
Yep.
But the Lord gave us even less laws than what America got.
Come on
America got, what's it? I think it was like 40-something thousand laws last time I looked into it. The Lord got 613. And out of them 613, not all even of them apply to you. Some are for the children, some are for women, some are for young women. You got laws for men who own land. You know, there's all kinds of laws in this thing, man. So with that, if there's a certain amount of laws that you think you can keep, don't you think you should do them? Think it'd be pretty hard to do? Say, before you go, we're going to give you at least 2 laws.
Right.
Finish that up right quick.
For we have sinned and committed iniquity and departed from thee.
So we turned our back on the law. We transgressed the laws, like it said in 1 John. So we did these sins, and that's what brought us into this lower state. Read more.
Verse 7. In all things have we trespassed and not obeyed thy commandments.
So in all things, in all the laws that we had, we broke every single one of them, man. Go ahead.
In all things have we trespassed and not obeyed thy commandments.
And did what?
Not obeyed thy commandments.
Right.
Nor kept them.
You know what?
Nor kept them.
Right.
Neither done as thou hast commanded us, that it might go well with us.
And if we would have kept the law, statutes, and commandments, all things would be good for us.
Right.
If we did what the Lord told us to, it'd be the same thing as growing up in your parents' house.
Right.
Your daddy tell you, hey, the trash needs to be out in front of the house by 7 a.m. So when you get out of school, go ahead and take the trash out. And you want to sit there and disregard what your dad say. Next thing you know, it's 6:55. You trying to hurry up and get the trash down to the bottom of the road. And now the trash man came an hour early, and now the trash is still there. So now when you put the trash can back in the garage, the house starts stinking, man.
Come on,
because you didn't want to listen to your father, like he didn't have wisdom of the things to come.
Right.
What I tell you to get?
I got Psalms 44.
Come, bring that up.
It's the book of Psalms chapter 44 and verse
Hey,
number
give me,
14, and it reads,
Deuteronomy.
Thou makest us a byword among the heathen.
A what?
A byword among the heathen.
And because we didn't listen to the laws of the Lord, we turned our back on him. He made us a byword. Now we calling ourselves stuff like African American.
Right.
We calling ourselves like Puerto Ricans.
Right.
We calling ourselves things like Mexicans. We calling ourselves Native Americans. Do you know those are all bywords? The word Native American is they calling you a savage. Well, not you, but because you coming from the tribe of Judah, but our brothers from the tribe of Gad, he calling them a savage.
Right.
But the savage is a so-called white man.
Come on now.
They the ones that fed our kids to alligators.
on.
They the ones that rape, rob, and murder people in every
Right.
landmass that they go in. They the ones that go off into these other countries like Africa, like the countries that's in Africa, and start killing their presidents because they don't want to put chemtrails in the sky and start putting all these chemicals and stuff in the fruit, man.
Right.
Them the kind of people that's the savages. Talk about the Puerto Ricans being a port of riches. They talk about the Dominicans being dogs, man. All kinds of madness. Bring that again.
It said, thou makest us a byword among the heathen.
Right.
A shaking of the head.
A shaking of the head. That's how they look at us. When they walk past, they walking with their head all high, while our people walk down with their head toward the ground.
Right.
Because we become a mockery to these people. They only look at us for entertainment. They only say that either you're going to dance, or you're going to sing, you're going to play basketball, you're going to throw a ball, you're going to tackle somebody. Hey, the entertainment in slavery was our brothers and sisters battling each other, having to fight to the death.
Right.
That's not entertainment, man. That's wicked. They the ones that even, like how we watch football today, you know, like, yeah, it may be something, you know, that we find cool, just entertainment, but the whole stadium outlook is just a wicked thing for real.
Right.
They looked at that as just entertainment. And they had us out there as being the ones that did these things.
Right.
But to come over being a proverb and a byword, we got to come back to the Lord. You got to come back to the Lord and start keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. You got time to hear 3 commandments? 3 of them.
All praise.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14, and verse 6. And verse 6. And every beast.
And every what?
And every beast,
right?
that parted the hoof.
That parted the hoof. So you know that's cattle. Cattle always got that split hoof. Go ahead.
And cleaveth the cleft and the 2 claws, and cheweth the cud.
And do what?
And cheweth the cud.
Right.
Among the beasts, that shall ye eat.
So those are the type of animals you can eat.
Right.
What kind of animal you think that got a cloven foot that is not your typical normal cattle? I'll give you a hint, it's the one that eats slop. It's on the farm eating up all the trash. It eat up everything that you want to throw away, you give to this animal. And they roll around the pigs. That's it.
See
bro.
that?
Pig.
Verse 8. And the swine.
And the what?
And the swine.
Swine would be an ancient word for pig. It's that little nasty, filthy pig that roll around in crap, that'll eat its own babies, that'll eat just anything you lay in front of it. It don't got sweat glands, so it don't release none of them toxins that it consumes. Go ahead.
Because it divided the hoof, yet cheweth not the cud.
So it does have a cloven foot, like a cow, like a goat, like a lamb, like a deer.
Right.
It may have that thing, but it doesn't what?
Chew the cud.
It doesn't chew the cud, meaning it doesn't regurgitate its food. Most cattle, they got an attribute about them that they got multiple stomachs, so they kind of chew. They, you know, when they eat the grass and stuff, they tend to swallow it and they bring it back up, and they goes through a repetitive digestive system, so it actually breaks all the way down.
Right.
It is unclean unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh.
You said what?
Ye shall not eat of their flesh.
What about a meat lover's pizza?
Ye shall not eat of their flesh.
What about Granny's Thanksgiving ham?
Ye shall not eat of their flesh.
But my mama makes some good hog maws.
Ye shall not eat of their flesh.
You can't eat that kind of stuff, man, because it's killing us.
Right.
Nor touch their dead carcasses.
Hey, you don't even want to touch that thing, man.
all.
You see a dead pig, best bet you just walk around that thing, man. Even when pork bacon is in the store and I'm trying to get some beef bacon, hey, I don't even touch it. I reach behind there and get the furthest peck back that I can, man.
Right.
I do not want to break the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. We got to take this stuff serious.
Right.
Because these things, eating pork is the reason why Big Mama had to get her leg cut off in soul food.
Right.
We see these things happen with our people all the time. So-called blacks and Hispanics are number 1 in diabetes and high blood pressure and gout. And all these sicknesses because we eating foods that the Lord simply told us just don't eat.
Right.
The doctors tell us not to eat it, but that ain't of their own knowledge. They getting this from the Lord. They know how bad it is for us. Finish up.
Verse 9. Sorry. Verse 9.
You like seafood? What kind of seafood you like? Yeah. What else? Yeah. Okay. I used to eat a lot of catfish too. We're going to see what the Lord say about those.
These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, all that have fins and scales.
All that have what?
All that have fins and scales.
Now, does catfish have fins and scales? You sure? They got one of those attributes. They got fins. They ain't got scales. Oh. Like when you pick up a fish, it's supposed to have scales on there. You rub the scales backwards. You can cut yourself depending on what fish. But the thing about catfish is they actually real slimy. The catfish is just the pig of the waters for real. That's all it does is clean up all the nastiness that's in the water, man. Along with things like shrimp, I say, those are just the roaches of the sea.
Right.
That's why you don't really see those things all the way in the bottom of waters like that. They kind of swim just around the surface, or right underneath some of the other fish, so they can clean up all the poop and algae and stuff that's in there.
Right.
Same thing with lobster. Same thing with mussels, with crabs. Those are all just insects. They crustaceans. That's why it's kind of sickening when you see people trying to eat crab. They got the little claw thing. They're trying to break open the shell, man, just to get a little bit of meat that can never actually be cooked to a proper temperature. Because these things are killing us. We're not supposed to be eating these things, man. Bring out Leviticus 19.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19.
23.
Say that, 19, 23. And verse 23.
You give me Exodus 20 and 8.
And when ye shall come into the land, and shall have planted all manner of trees. That's good off that.
Leviticus 19:27.
27. God, water.
Verse 27. Ye shall not round the corners of your heads.
So this is another law that the Lord put upon us. He said we ain't supposed to round the corners of our heads. That's talking about your beard. Go ahead.
All right.
Neither shalt thou more the corners of thy beard.
It's like it's going into your hairline and it's going into your beard. Say you don't. I see that you actually keeping one of them laws right there, brother. See how
Right.
simple that is.
Right.
I say, and wearing a beard, don't you feel more manly? Yeah, because that's one of the attributes when it comes to animals, man. A lion is not a lion if he don't got his mane. It look like a lioness.
Right.
Ain't nobody gonna be you're not afraid of a lioness. You see it, you be like, oh dang, it's kind of cute. You know, you don't touch it, but well, when you see that big lion, you like, oh man,
Oh boy.
we trying to creep up out of this thing.
Oh,
man.
boy.
You hear a lion roar. Hey, I remember being a kid at the zoo. I heard a lion roar. I'm like, man, I ain't never hopping in that bug, man.
You see Scarface. What's his name? Scar.
Yeah. Going into Lion
Undefeated.
King, man. Kinda tight. Let me give you one more.
Tell him about the flight.
You give him a flyer already?
Yeah, he got one.
That was the bait.
One more law, and then I'm gonna tell you about the flyer. You that.
Book of Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8.
So it's like, and then so that law, he's saying that you don't go into your hairline. So you don't want to shave your head. I see you got hair, so you keeping that law, and you don't want to shave your beard off either. You don't want the chin strap, just the goatee, none of that stuff, man. You want your beard to be full. Let that thing grow, man. Go ahead.
God. Exodus 20 and 8. Remember the Sabbath day.
Do what?
Remember the Sabbath day.
And that precept starts with remember, because we forgot these things. That these are simple things that we turned our back on the Lord on. The knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that He gave us, we kind of put that behind us. Go ahead.
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the seventh day,
But the what?
but the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
So the seventh day of the week would be the Sabbath. You know what the seventh day of the week is? It'd be the seventh day of the week. The seventh day of the week would be Saturday. Most people go to church on Sunday, but that's actually the first day of the week when you look at the calendar.
Right.
So the Sabbath day is a day that the Lord gave us to be completely different from the rest of the days.
Right.
Some days He made ordinary days, some days He made holy days. The Sabbath would be the most holy day that there is because it comes on a weekly cycle. Bring that up again.
God, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work.
That's a what?
Thou shalt not do any work.
Hey, how beautiful is that the Lord gave us one day every single week to, hey, you don't go to work on that day. You ain't got to worry about cutting no grass, taking out no trash, washing the dishes. You know, you want those things done for sure. So you want to knock them things out like during the week. So when it comes Saturday, you got your time to kind of just kick back, get into the word. Go ahead.
God, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates.
So anybody that's in your household, man, you don't want them working. You don't want your wife having to work. You don't want your kids having to work. Whole family just kick back, enjoy each other time, listen to some music.
Right.
You know, just make some sandwiches, man. Just kick back, relax, get into the words of the Lord, man. It's like we be out here on Friday night and then we go home, you know, kind of relax a little bit, get a little rest. We wake up in the morning, go to class, and then we come back out here to feed our people some more, man. This is the way we spend our Sabbath days, and you are more than welcome.
Right,
You are more than welcome.
Right.
We actually beg you to go ahead and come out, man.
Come on now.
Come kick it with brothers, because it's the only true love you're gonna get out of the world.
Right.
These other nations, they don't love us. They want us dead. Like
Right.
it's going into, they look at us for sports. They look at us for entertainment. They want to sing and dancing. And when we had some young little white dudes out here yesterday with pants sagging, wearing jewelry, smoking blunts. Who made that look cool? It wasn't no damn Chinese man. It's our people, man. These things that we do, because it's in our nature to even when we doing wickedness, we kind of swag it out and make it look cool, man.
Come on now.
Wickedness.
But if we supposed to be keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, if we can make wickedness look good, how much more can we make righteousness look good, man?
Right. Talk about it.
Hey, brother, feel free to come on out, man. There's a lot more law, statutes, and commandments that we can teach you. And then on that flyer, when you scan that QR code, that go to our link tree. So we got YouTube for every city that we in. It's got Instagrams, it's got TikToks, Facebooks, you know, all kinds of ways that you can reach out to us, man. We got 700 videos on our channel. So there's plenty of edification, man. And hit us up on Instagram. And if you got any questions when you read, we can answer those things for you, man. Don't be a stranger, brother. What's your name? Ron? Nice to meet you, King. I'm Ozzy. Hey, Lord willing, we see you out here again, man. We are next Saturday at 5 o'clock, brother.
All
praise to the Most High. What's going on, King?
Hey, how you doing, bro?
Hey, what you see on these signs? What stand out to you?
Everything.
Everything. See that? Hey, I'll let you pick where you want to start.
Come.
We can talk about everything. And we got stuff on the other sides of these too.
Come.
12 tribes. Man,
Say you want to start with that. See that?
See that? What you think about that? What's your favorite part on that side?
Eat.
See that?
What we got on here, man? You said white. Look at that. Look at the difference between white and black. You got white, the color of purity and innocence, man. Ain't that funny? That's kind of a joke. It's kind of hypocrisy, ain't it?
Right.
That they tell you that white means purity, man. When what has the so-called white man done? What is he known for? Yeah, they known for destruction, for rape, robbery, and murder. Everywhere that they go, man. They got us building up their walls. They take pride in the what? The White House. Who built the White House? They ain't built nothing. We built that. We built the White House. We built this whole town, man. Every city that we in. When you look at the city, like St. Louis itself is a name after a white man. You
Right.
look at the Rose, Skinker, Hanley, Washington. All these are named after so-called white men, right? But they didn't build these things. Our people are the ones that did the groundwork. Even to this day in the work field, we do all the groundwork.
Right.
Say we the ones that's out there pushing the carts. We the ones telling us, can I help you? Here, you want to take this? Can I get that for you, sir? We the ones that's stocking the shelves. We the ones that's in there kind of scraping up everything, but we don't get the credit. We doing all the groundwork, don't get the credit. Yeah, and these are things that we find in the scriptures. So you got the word black, the absence of color. And they're gonna call us a color people, but then it actually means the absence of color. Ain't it funny that the white is always a good thing, a white lie? It's something tiny, this is minuscule, it's just a little feel. Hey man, a lie is a lie.
Yes, sir.
Say you got black, meaning the absence of color, it leaves an air of mystery, a color that is used to establish barriers and cover and to hide. Black is evil. Say, look at you, everything black, man, is wrong. You ever walked on black ice? Hey, black ice, you almost give up the ghost walking on black ice, man. Say, you got the black market. What's on the black market? Selling everything that ain't meant to be sold, man. Oh, everything from people to drugs to everything, man. Say you blackmail somebody, what is that? Hey, blackmailing somebody, hey, that's a horrible thing. It's an air of mystery, man. Say, but we would go back to the 12 tribes of Israel, man. God's chosen people.
Right.
And before living eternally, brother. If we keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, 5 of us will put 100 to flight, man.
Right. Come on
We ain't
now.
gotta worry about these people.
Right.
When them red and blue lights pop up, man, you ain't gonna be sitting there shaking, man.
Right.
You tell them, hey, man, get the hell up out of here, man.
Right.
Hey, but since we in captivity, only they can do that. Police walk up, they knock on the window, they, what the hell do you want, buddy? What you messing with me for? Hey, I used to have a so-called white man as a friend. We used to hang out all the time. I can't tell you how many times that we be out doing something. Dude will be riding down on Watson doing like 75. He gets stopped, want to hop out the car, get big and bad with him.
They hopped out the car before the police.
Yeah, exactly. And what do? They just hold on. But let one of us get out the car, man, and do that. And we gonna be on the news, man. We gonna be the next news clip. We gonna be the next Trayvon Martin, the next Michael Brown. Bring that up.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 9 and verse number 12.
Give me Ecclesiastes 8, Nate.
And it reads, For man also knoweth not his time.
For what?
For man knoweth not his time.
Hey, and we don't know our time. Like I said, the police can pop up on you and do these things at any time.
Also not his time.
And guess what? They hold themselves blameless.
Right.
They don't get no jail time for doing this, for being a crooked cop. They don't get no jail time for going in an apartment that ain't theirs and killing somebody.
That's crazy.
They don't get time for all the things they do. Look at you know what's going on with Diddy them and all that stuff that's going on, right? Yeah. What they in trouble for? All kinds of stuff. What that pie stand for? That little pie emoji. And going back to Epstein, man, and his freak off parties.
Right.
Man. I said, and they not being held accountable for these things. We got dozens upon dozens, hundreds, thousands of so-called black and Hispanic women that come up missing on a daily basis. Nobody cares. Nobody bats an eye. Let one Britney Spears disappear, man. All hell gonna break loose. Whole city shut down. Everybody gotta find it. The whole Salaki. One more point. One more term. That the term Amber Alert came from a damn white girl that came up missing.
That's what I'm going to tell you. Bob.
See that?
That's the spirit. That's what I'm going to tell you that. That's
Literally.
what I'm going to tell you.
Literally.
That's the spirit.
Yeah.
Amber Alert.
Yeah, they ain't. How dare they call that thing a Takesha alert,
Come on now.
a Maisha alert?
Sharkeisha. Tamika. Keisha.
They ain't looking for them, man.
Hey, look.
They ain't looking for not a damn Keisha.
Dominique.
Hey, they won't even call it Ashley. That's a universal nation name.
Right.
They ain't gonna call it no Ashley, no Tiffany alert.
Right.
It's only gonna be for them, man. They the ones that prosper in this land. Why they got us in captivity? Is there more on that verse?
Con. It says from the top. Ecclesiastes 9 and 12 from the top. It reads thus. For man also knoweth not his time.
So we don't know our time. We don't know when we gonna give up the ghost. Hey, you see it all the time. Our people, some of them, they babies. They die out the womb.
Right.
Some of them may make it to elementary school, man. Kid pass away from cancer.
Straight up.
Say, what's that Kanye West song? We wasn't supposed to make it past 25. Jokes on you, we still alive, man.
Right.
It's a mockery. They looking to kill us, man.
Huh.
They look up, they do it for fun. Give me that, what's that, Amos 2, I think it is. It's like the moment is like the crazy, some holiday hands. Finish that up.
There's more here. It's like, it said, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net.
They said like a fish get caught up in a net. Don't that happen unexpectedly? Say, yeah, they get caught up. A fish is swimming around and next thing you know, boom, it's caught. That's how it is with us.
Right.
Our people just wake up on a daily basis. What, you think you going to work? Think you going to school? Think you going to go hang out with Rail and them?
Right.
About to go play some cards,
Right.
get some drink. And what happened? You get killed for walking in the wrong neighborhood, but you live in the damn neighborhood.
Right.
And they go, wait, where you don't live around here. And because your ID say where you used to grow up on the west side, man, they say you don't belong here. And they say, get. And then as soon as you go to turn around, they shoot you in your back.
Right.
And then get away with it.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Said, and as birds that are caught in a snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time.
And that snare is a trap. We caught in the evil time, man. It's evil times we live in. Our parents been telling us for the longest that we are living in the last days.
Right.
But we don't act like it. We just go, yeah. Sounds cool. Go ahead.
When it falleth suddenly upon them.
When it falls suddenly upon you. When it creeps up out of nowhere and you jammed up, man.
Right.
Everything in this life is spiritual. It all will catch up to you out of nowhere. The same way when you commit crime upon crime, the police, they kind of catch you in your weakest moment.
Yup.
Hey, how many times we know the drug dealers and stuff got caught up because they was at some woman's house? Because they wasn't being circumspect, wasn't watching their back. Bring that up.
God, it's book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Yo.
Woe to them that devise iniquity.
Say, woe to them that devise iniquity. Who's those that devise iniquity? All the people that's in charge, that are running these different land masses. The reason why a so-called black man is in America, they in Canada, they in man, what's some of these anybody places? They in Japan, they in China,
New Zealand.
in Russia, New Zealand.
Right.
I got a cousin that grew up in Australia, man. What kind of curse is that? To grow up where they got flying spiders at, man.
Come on now. Wow.
They got all these weird accents, man. That's a curse. Bring that out again. Spiders. Bring that out.
God, it's like, and work evil upon their bed.
And they work evil upon their beds, man. And what that mean, they work evil upon their beds? While they sleeping, they thinking about the way that they can kill a nigga.
Uh-huh.
And when they, yo, keep going, I don't even want to jump the gun.
When the morning is light,
When you wake up,
they practice.
they do what?
They
practice it.
Hey, they practice it. So what is it? They have round table meetings every year, man, with the UN, with the United Nations. How can we keep these niggas in subjection? Because they know as long as they keep their foot upon our neck, that they gonna run the kingdom, man. The moment that we wake up and turn back to the Lord's gonna come back and destroy everything you see, man. It won't be one stone laid upon another with all these buildings.
Right.
It may look cool, people being like, oh, I want to get a loft and live on the 13th floor. Hey, you don't want to do that, man. That nuke is gonna hit that building and it's gonna collapse upon these people's heads. Man.
Right.
This whole world is gonna get turned upside down, which is actually upside right, man.
Right.
Finish it up.
God. Because it is in the power of their hand.
Because what?
Because it is in the power of their hand.
And it's because the Lord gave them the power to do it. But why you think the Lord gave them the power to do it? It's not. It's cool to just sound like we the victims, and just we oppressed. We got to live in the ghettos. Only thing we can do is sell drugs and make it out. We can get a basketball contract, man, with goals of getting out of this thing. But why are we in these conditions though? It's one thing to just talk about it, but we got to know. You know why? Give me Deuteronomy 28:15.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse number 15.
I'll take the seat.
But it shall come to pass.
Yeah, but it shall come to pass, meaning it's a prophecy. These are words of the Lord. Go ahead.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
Say, if we don't listen to the God, what?
to observe, to do all his commandments,
Right.
and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses,
That all these what?
that
All these curses.
All these good things.
All these curses.
All these blessings.
that all these curses,
right?
shall come upon thee, and overtake thee.
So these curses will come upon us and overtake us. Don't you agree a curse is a bad thing? Say, nobody wakes up and look at a curse like, I hope I get cursed today.
Right.
Yeah, that's a wicked mindset, man.
I can't.
But we have to live out these curses because we turned our back on the Lord, man. And one of the curses will be Deuteronomy 28:54.
Bring it up.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse number 54.
Bring it up. Bring it up.
Last one, brother.
So-
This last one, brother. This last one.
So
This gonna answer the biggest
Wake 'em up, wake 'em
problem in the
up.
community. The biggest
Bring it up. Bring it up.
problem that we have that's slowing us down from being a united people.
Right.
so
You gotta know this one.
that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother.
So once upon a time, we used to be nice to each other, man. You walk down the street, I used to be like, hey, man, get your dad. How you doing, brother? You all right? Everything good? You need anything? Hey, how they look at us now? Can't even compliment the brother on his shoes, man. He looking at you like, what, you gonna take him or something? What you gonna do?
Right.
Hey, quick to get defensive when we used to be once tender and delicate amongst each other, man. It used to not be a problem to hug a brother. Now you hug a brother, now you, hey man, why you being so sensitive, huh? What
Right.
you doing?
Pause.
That's gay.
Yeah, that's madness. That's madness is what it is. It's a curse that we got this mindset. Finish that up for the brother.
God, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother and toward the wife of his bosom.
So then it becomes a damn downward spiral. You hate your brothers, now you end up hating your wife, and what happens after that?
God, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall lead.
Which he said what?
Which he shall lead.
No, he gonna raise them up.
Which he shall lead.
So you end up hating your brother. In turn, you can't stand your brother. You definitely ain't gonna want to be around your wife. Who wanna be around around the people that act just like them, man? That's why you got brothers nowadays running around damn heathens, man. They got commercials making you think that everybody need to be with a white woman. Every
Right.
brother that signed an NBA or NFL contract to go get a white woman.
Right.
I can't remember dude's name, but it's a dude that's in college football right now that they projecting to be big. He the next big thing coming, man. But then they got him set up with this wicked woman. When he first shot a shot at her, she was like, man, I don't want this dude, man. He ain't my type. But then as soon as she found out that
Travis
he had a
Hunter.
name,
Travis Hunter.
yeah, Carl. Yeah, when she found out that he got a name and he guaranteed these contracts, now what happened? She all hugged up on him, Instagram pictures. Seemed like they the biggest happy family, man. But we supposed to love all of our people. They ain't supposed to be looking at each other in these wicked ways that only way you see them is a damn handout. That damn gimme spirit. Hey, you don't deserve nothing, man. But the scriptures, we see that they true because our people hate each other. Yeah, they hate each other as brothers. They hate their women, and in turn they lead the women, and then they not raising up the children that way. So now what happened? Every brother on damn child support. All the children got to go up without a father.
Right.
But take it easy, brother. We out here every weekend, man. Right. All praise to the Most High, man.
All praise.
For edification to start off this.
Come.
Call all Yahweh Ba'Shem Mashiach.
Call all Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua.
Give me Sirach chapter 36 and verse 6.
Wait up.
Book of Sirach, chapter 36,
Give me,
and verse number 6. Show new signs.
Show the what?
Show new signs.
Hey man, we waiting on the Lord to show us new signs. And what's these new signs we seeing? All hell breaking loose.
Right.
You got the West Coast on fire.
Right.
You got the South flooding.
Right.
You got the East and the Midwest.
Right.
Damn, getting snowed out, man. All hell is breaking loose. All praises to the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua.
She know what they can.
And make other strange wonders.
And do what?
And make other strange wonders.
Right?
Glorify thy hand.
Do what?
Glorify thy hand and thy right arm, and that they may set forth thy wondrous works.
Thy what?
That they may set forth thy wondrous works.
And everybody else looking at it's like, this is a wondrous work. They don't understand how these things are happening. They think that it's climate control. And they think that it's these nations being in control of the weather. Just because you got a weather app on your phone, don't mean a damn thing, man.
Right.
The Lord do what he want to do. Yep. If he want to burn something up, guess what? It's gonna be a damn puff of smoke.
Right.
If the Lord want to melt some shit, he gonna melt it, man.
Right up.
It's gonna blend in with the pavement.
Right.
And guess what? That's what prophecy is gonna happen to so-called blacks and Hispanics that don't want to keep the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
Yeah.
2/3 of them gotta go.
Yep.
Their eyes gonna melt in their socket.
Yep.
Their skin gonna burn off their flesh. Hey man, and they gonna disappear, man.
Right.
They gonna give up the ghost. They gonna
Yes,
go to
sir.
the lake of fire, man. Finish it up.
Check it out.
Go
God.
read through 11.
God, raise up indignation and pour out thy wrath.
What are we begging for?
Pour out thy wrath.
What are we praying for?
Pour out thy
Hey
wrath.
man, we want this Lord to show all his anger, man.
Right.
Right.
Diminish these people. Baba Kasha, Baba Kasha, Baba Kasha.
Right. Take away the adversary.
Do what?
Take away the adversary.
Say, man, we waiting on these people to go. All these heathens walking around, walking their dogs, man. Just dogs walking dogs, man.
Right.
They just damn stubble that's meant for the fire, man.
Right.
It's just soil that's just waiting to be just dumped in there, man. Just dumped in a pot and turned into nothing, man. Cause these people be like unto spittle. Go ahead.
And destroy the enemy.
And the what?
And destroy the enemy.
God.
Make the time short.
Do what?
Make the time short.
And we ain't talking about daylight saving time, man. We telling the Lord, hey, man, go ahead and wrap this thing up. We hated her. We tired of being in this thing, man.
Right.
Abaratazah, we part of that number, man. Go ahead.
Remember the covenant and let them declare thy wonderful works.
And we looking forward to the new covenant, man. People love saying we in the new covenant, man, but ain't nothing new about walking around on concrete, walking in stolen land,
Come on
having
now.
a last name,
Bring that
having
out.
to pay taxes, man. Gotta wake up every morning and go clock into somebody else's clock for them to tell you, hurry up, boy.
Man.
You ain't moving quick enough, boy.
Man.
You gotta do more, boy.
Preach,
That
y'all.
P&L too low, boy. We need more parts, boy.
Bringing that fire, my brother.
That's off, man. Keep going, Doc.
Let him that escapeth be consumed by the rage of the fire.
And as soon as they think that they can run and hide in their damn bunkers, they gonna get destroyed, man.
Bring it out.
Hey, imagine going into a bunker you think you safe and sound and an angel come out there, get your ass out here, man.
Come on now.
You gonna feel this fire.
Yo, you up.
You gonna get this heat, man.
Right.
Get it.
Go ahead.
Go get this
And
work.
let them perish that oppress the people.
The what?
That oppress the people.
Right?
Smite and sunder the heads of the rulers of the heathen
Right?
that say there is none other but we.
The what?
There is none other but we.
And they just want our people to continuously be in idolatry, man. In class, we was talking about when all of our mighty forefathers had these altars that was built up to Baal, man.
Right.
We ain't worshiping Baal no more.
Right.
We not worshiping these goddamn heathens with no melanin in their skin.
Right.
They walk around with that creepy ass smirk on their face.
Weird.
Man. Like, what is the breakdown on that wicked smile?
Right.
What is it?
We don't know.
That's madness. Walking around smelling like burnt plastic bags, man.
Right,
Keep
get
going.
this. God. Gather all the tribes of Jacob together
And do what?
and inherit them as from the beginning.
Hey, man, we looking for that inheritance from the beginning, man. Like the brother Dino said, gather all the tribes of Jacob. Tell them we outside.
Right.
Bring that out.
This is the book of Ezekiel,
Go back in 2 and 3.
chapter 12, and verse number 2.
Bring it out.
And it reads thus: Son of man, thou dwellest in the midst of a rebellious house.
What are we doing?
Thou dwellest in the midst of a rebellious house.
And we in the midst of a rebellious house, in the midst of a rebellious nation,
Right.
where people think it's cool to walk up and down Washington, smoking, hookah, weed, drinking, freaking off,
Freaking
lusting, all manner of concupiscences, fornication, idolatry.
Right.
Hey man, these things are not cool, man.
At all.
Go ahead.
Thou dwellest in the midst of a rebellious house, which have eyes to see.
Which what?
Which have eyes to see.
Hey man, they got eyes. Some of them wear glasses.
Right.
And some of them wear shades so they can try to block the things that they see, man.
Right.
But you can't unsee this thing, man.
Right.
You can't walk around with damn blinds on your face, man.
Right.
You can see all hell breaking loose. We can see World War III on the rise.
Right.
We can see this place coming to
Watch
an
it.
end, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
Which have eyes to see and see not.
And see not, man. They can't see what the hell is going on.
At all.
At least they pretending to. But
Right.
they gonna see them nukes coming, man.
Right.
Like the brother Naquan said earlier, he said that you're gonna be sitting there looking up while you got a damn blunt in your hand, and you're gonna be just waiting to ash it, trying to take little puff after little puff. You know, it's gonna be all the way down to the roach.
Right.
And when the nuke coming, you're gonna try to go, repent. And no, man, you ain't gonna get to repent.
Too
as soon
late.
as you about to say it, you gonna eat that nuke, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
They have ears to hear and hear not.
And they act like they can't hear it either. They act like they don't hear us. We always going, hey brother, you got 2 minutes, and they try to walk around. Hey man, them earbuds ain't that loud, man.
Stiff neck.
I wear AirPods too. They not that loud.
At all,
you can
man.
still hear.
Right.
The ones you got on. This ain't that loud.
See that? They got the exact same
Come
one.
on, this group no more.
Yeah. And they overpriced anyway, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
Says, like they have ears to hear, but hear not, for they are a rebellious house.
Hey, and they a rebellious house, man. And they gonna have to answer for these things. And they gonna go just unseen. The Lord ain't gonna turn the blind eye. Was like, well, I mean, he walked past the prophets, but he had his headphones on, so, listening to some young boys, so, let him do it. No, man, the Lord gonna kill you for these things.
Right.
Man. Bring that out.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
And the vision is for an
that'd be
appointed
cold.
time, man. Saying in the book of Daniel that the books were
I can see,
sealed,
though.
man. But guess what? he kind of unlocked that thing, man. Kind of giving his secrets unto his servants, the prophets, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
But at the end, it shall speak and not lie.
It shall what?
It shall speak and not lie.
What is saying? Thus saith the Lord.
It shall speak and not lie.
Right?
Though it tarry, wait for it.
Hey, man. Though we saying that World War III is on the rise,
Right.
and y'all may not see it. Wait on it. It's on the way.
Yes, it is.
And what happened?
Because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
They said, but it's gonna surely come, and ain't gonna be no more tarrying at that
all.
day, man. But with that, we giving all praises, glory, and honor to the Most High God Yahweh. By Shema Mashiach, Wamalak Yahweh Shai. Kwame Yashala.
Kwame Yashala.
Kwame Yashala.
Kwame Yashala.
Kwame Yashala.
Kwame Yashala.
Overcame Babylon, we Israel, now we girded up. Ever since we came into the truth, we got our birdies up. Eat this Mac, think you funny, watch how it'll burn you up. I live 3 miles down, by the Sabbath journey up. Esau see us coming up, just watch how we just turn him up. In the kingdom, keep the law, we gon' have him double dutch. Occupy till I come, go ahead and eat this honey up. Anytime I see a blood moon, it got me jumping up. Esau doing coke, yeah, now he fanny up. I done got my spirit up, now let's just see what's up.